I say fam, you say huh? Fam, huh? Fam, huh? Blackcatfam. I'm trying so hard. I'm trying. Oh, I don't know where that came from. I don't know where that came from. Came out of nowhere. I just hit the unmute, and all of a sudden, that started shooting out of my mouth. Welcome to your Vape at 5. I am your host, as always. You know who I am. I'm a BlackCat. Today, I have a review for you, a review of an RDA. Now, you know I love reviewing RDAs. I as a builder, that's what I love to review. I think that's where you get your most bang for the buck. So I absolutely love reviewing RDAs. Now, today I have a RDA from Vaperz Cloud called the Asgard 25 millimeter. It is a mini RDA of its big brother, the 30 millimeter. Same deck, same cap, same everything really, except for it is only 25 mil. Beautiful little RDA. I really have enjoyed using this thing. I've actually used it now. Let me get this all set up. I've used it now for almost, or actually 2 weeks. I used it for 2 weeks, so I've got a really good user experience with it, and I hope I can show you that today. Thanks everybody for joining. We got a giveaway today. If you're not entered in the giveaway, you're going to need to go to Monday's episode of the Vape at 5. Put in a number between 1 and what? 150. 1 and 150. In the comments section of that episode, that's going to get you entered to win some coils and some juice from me. Well, the coils aren't from me. The coils are from our featured builder of the week. And you will get, I think you're only getting one set. I have to double check. Let me see, how many do I actually have? So Snappy sent me, I think he sent me enough. Let me double check. Yeah, so you get one set of coils from Snappy Builds. They come in these nice little containers here. And you're gonna get a bottle of Cat's Whiskers e-liquid. The #1 e-liquid on the face of this earth by Shy Tots. The lovely, lovely Jane. How's everybody doing? Great to see you. All right, without further ado, I've kind of wasted a little time there. Without further ado, let's take it down to the table. And I'm going to show you the Asgard 25 millimeter RDA. Let me change this out here. Take it to the down low. I'll show you what you get with it, all the good stuff, and then we'll talk a little bit about it. Now I'll bring you back up top, give you my pros and cons on it, and we'll get out of here. Here we go. All right, there is the packaging that you're going to get. A lot of Vaperz Cloud products, they come in these velvet little containers here, velvet little bags. I actually really like this, but this is the bag that's going to come in. On the back here gives you the actual name of it. Little cat hair on there, kind of a cat hair magnet, honestly. With the RDA, you're going to get the standard stuff. So you're going to get a little Allen key here. You're going to get some O-rings. You're going to get a bunch of deck screws. See if I can focus that in focus. I was trying to leave it on autofocus, but I don't know if I'll be able to. There we go. You're going to get some extra deck screws, and you're going to get one extra squonk screw, and I'll show you. You're going to get 2 more of those. But that is just the basics that come with it. The other thing you're going to get with it is this really gorgeous beauty ring. The beauty ring fits right onto the bottom here. Turns it from a 25 millimeter into a 28 millimeter RDA. Kind of big. Honestly, I didn't use the beauty ring at all the entire time I tested it. I think you can take it or leave it. I think some people really like it, and some people probably think it's a little bit too much. But if you want to use a 25 millimeter on a 28 millimeter mech mod like the Keen, you can take this, place it on there, and you get a really nice matchy-matchy. You also get 2 810 Delrin drip tips. You get a shorty, which is the one I use, and then you get one that's just a little bit bigger, maybe 2 millimeters bigger with it, but 2 nice. They're both wide bore and open drip tips. 810. No 510 adapter or anything like that with it. It's a bigger RDA. I don't know if you would really use a 510 on this. All right, let's take this apart. With this, you're going to get an Ultim piece that is actually in the cap of this RDA. So here's the outside of it. Little Vaperz Cloud logo there. 24 of these 1 millimeter holes on either side, so honeycomb airflow. The airflow insert's going to angle your air down about 30 degrees, but it is a top airflow. There you got CNC'd Asgard in there. And then the other 24 on the opposite side. So I mentioned the Ultim air control piece. So let's get this drip tip out. And then that will release. Taking the drip tip out actually releases this piece. To release it, you're going to turn it all the way closed and then just shuffle it out. So here's the Ultim insert you get. There I mentioned that there's some water in there. Let me blow that out. I just got done cleaning this in the ultrasonic. So you can see there that it actually angles down 30 degrees, these 3 airflow holes here, and then you have a kind of looks like a little mouth there for extra airflow. This is actually going to sit right on top of the deck. So you can see here you got these 2 little nudges here on top of the deck. This sits just like that on top of it. So when you move the cap moves and changes your airflow, but the insert doesn't actually move. So as you match this up here, you're just going to turn your airflow, but your airflow is always going to be straight on there, which I think is a really, really nice touch. This chamber reducer works really, really well. I took it out and tried to vape without it, and it was a night and day. It really was night and day. When I put this back in, it completely changed the RDA. Here's the inside of the cap. Didn't really show you that. Nice and clean. High quality machining on it. High quality Ultim. The Delrin's really nice. The drip tips are nice. No scratches or anything on it when I received it. As you can see, it's super clean. Really well done. Good materials, as you expect. I'm a big Vaperz Cloud fan, so everything with it was really nice. Let's show you the bottom of the RDA. Got something kind of interesting here. Clean that off. Bottom here it says Vaperz Cloud. Gives you your serial number, which mine is 585. Now you look here and you see I have the squonk pin in. You can kind of see my finger back there. That's actually how the RDA comes. So it's going to come with the squonk pin installed in wide open, and you don't remove the squonk pin. So these little screws right here, those aren't your negative post screws. Those are actually, that is your squonk pin hole. Filler, I guess you could say, 510 filler for your squonk pin. You're going to take one of these out with the Allen key provided, and then you just put it right in there and screw it in, and it turns it from a squonker into a dripper. So pretty cool. They give you 2 in the deck, and then they give you an extra one, as I mentioned in the bag here, along with some extra deck screws. All right, let's turn it over and take a look at the RDA. So it's a postless deck. Got gold-plated contact, positive contact, and then your negative are actually milled into the deck. These deck screws are big. They're 2.5 by 3 millimeters, so you could fit like a 4-core stagger fuse Clapton in there, no problem. Pretty good distance between. I didn't measure that, but I got a really nice 4-wrap in there, 4-core 4-wrap, and it fit perfectly. Squonk pin is elevated from the deck ever so slightly, pushing that juice into the side there where your wick's going to go. Wicks really well. Didn't have any problems with that at all. On the deck here, I don't know if you can see it. Oh, there you can. My lighting is kind of bad. It says Asgard on the deck there. Grab that hair. Juice well 6 millimeters, so it won't leak at all. I didn't have any leaking problems at all with this RDA. You can see the machining on it's really, really nice. Deck looks really, really nice. I wish I could get it without that glare. Just want to take a look at it there. Big beefy over-ring keeps that, 2 of them actually keep the cap on there. Very easy to move though. It felt like it was actually worked in before I even got it. Top is up just a touch. So flathead screws. Not a big fan of flathead screws, but they work well. And they give you 4 extra ones in case you strip one. There, so you need a mini screwdriver in order to get those screws and tighten your leads. Super easy to use. One thing I'm going to mention, and something that I learned from actually in a Discord group, I was talking to somebody. I was getting pretty bad spitback when I first started using this, and I just threw a question out there if anybody had it, and this guy responded, and he said he had 4 of them. And how he was able to stop the spitback was he just increased the length of the posts. So he suggested going between 4 and 6. So I actually cut these coils here, which these coils are from Tame Dragon, 66. He made me some 4-core, 4-wrap aliens, Nichrome 80, which are my absolute favorite. I cut these at 5 millimeters. So, and it basically took the spit back away. So that would be one thing I would suggest before you use it. You want to make sure that your leads are long enough. If you have a coily tool, cut them at like 5.5, just to be safe. So let's put these in here. I've already used these coils, so they're burned in, but I am going to go ahead and give it a little bit of juice through it before I put the cotton in. Now, one thing about me that I always do is I try to keep my coils as close together as possible. And my idea behind that on these postless decks is I try to make the coils work as if they're one, if that makes sense. Or at least that's how it makes sense in my mind. So let's take this off here. I'm going to run some juice through it real quick. I have to raise the camera up so I don't burn the camera up. There we go. All right, let's pulse these out just a little bit. I'm not going to do too much. Just make sure I get them nice and... Yep, they're good. All right, so let's let them cool down. We'll take this off. Actually, you know what? We'll just leave it on here. I can go ahead and wick it from here. So I'm going to let it cool down for a minute. Going to be using... You guys know what cotton I'm using. Absolutely 100%. The only cotton that I use anymore. The Holy Fiber. You deserve the best. You're goddamn right I do. I fucking do deserve the best. Tell Veronica that. Somebody could mention that to Veronica, that I deserve the best. I'd appreciate that. All right, let's get some Holy Fiber out of here. Holy crap, it's hard to open this bag. Everybody close their eyes at how much fiber or cotton I actually waste. All right, here. Got a nice big piece. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That cotton there. Isn't that gorgeous? Don't you wish that you had some Holy Fiber? I know you do. Don't be jealous, guys. Don't be hating on me because I have Holy Fiber and you don't. Wrap this up. Do a little Swedish roll. Is it the Swedish roll or Swedish Roll's Desserts? Is that what this is called? It's something roll. I know it that. All right, I'm just going to slide it through here. Look how easily that rolls through there. Isn't that nice? You don't know nothing about the cotton fiber, guys. You don't know nothing. Now, right now, Jane is saying he is wasting a ton of cotton. Well, when you're the talent, then you can waste cotton. And I am the talent. Okay, put this through here. Whoops, too big. Let's crush this down just a little bit. Slide it on through. Wow. What are you doing there? It's a little too big. Hold on. I've been told that before. It's too big. Never been told that. All right, here we go. Now it's going through. Ooh, yeah, there we go. Nice and smooth like butter. Look at that. Cotton fiber. Love this stuff. All right, a little bit too long here, but I'm actually going to comb this out just a touch. And then we are going to wick this. I'm going to juice it up. I'm going to juice it up with some Shy Tots. Actually, you know what? I've been vaping Shy Tots all week, so I'm going to switch it over to the Turkish Harvest today, I think. I got to spread the love. Speaking of, if you're a patron and you want any Turk gear or juice, please make sure you check the post I put up yesterday. Because I have got a deal for you. And it is also M. Turk's birthday today. So please go wish him a happy birthday. Guy does a tremendous amount for the community. And just a really excellent guy. All right. Let's go ahead and tuck this in. That might be too long. Yep, that's still too long. Let's cut that a little shorter. There we go. I like my wick very short, typically. I like it to barely touch the juice well. Especially when I'm squonking or using an RDA, I always try to get it to just barely touch the juice well. Put that in there like that. There we go. All right. Get this side in here. Super, super easy to wick, as you guys can tell here. All right, let's get a little bit of juice on it. Clean this up nice. Ooh, yeah, there we go. You could only smell this when I actually, the vapor. Shit smells fan-fucking-tastic. Get this cleaned up a little bit over here. A little bit more juice on it. All right, let me put back the cap. All right, so I'll actually show you how I put this cap back together. Super easy. All right, so you got the top cap here. And we're going to put this Altum piece back in. Sorry for all the cotton. Let me grab that out there. All right, move that back up. All right, so you got the cap here. You're going to put your Altum piece back in. How you're going to put it in is you're going to take the holes here, and you're going to put them in opposite of the actual air holes, and then turn it where it faces the air holes. Now that you've done that, just place your finger there to hold it nice and tight. Push your Delrin drip tip back in, and it is ready to go back on top. One thing you want to do, so these nudges right here, the cuts in that Altum piece, see that right there? They've got to go right. This is what I was mentioning before, but they've got to go right on top of those. So you just take a look at it down in there, set it on. That will keep your airflow perfect. You'll see the cap release, go back on here, and then you just turn it to open and close your airflow. So I believe that's fully open. Nope, that's closed. So I'm gonna roll it back, and that's fully open. So that's how you do it. Get all that cotton off there. All right, let's go up top. Have a little vape on it, and we will talk about the Asgard 25 millimeter RDA. All right, like I said, I had this for about 2 weeks, which is twice as long as I review anything else. And I have to say, I'm glad that I got this one for 2 weeks. Is it my favorite RDA of 2019? Well, no, it's probably not my favorite RDA of 2019. Did I have an excellent experience with it? Absolutely. I had a fantastic experience with this RDA this week. So without further ado, let me go over the positives and negatives for the Asgard. Well, let me have a couple of vapes off of it. I shouldn't forget that. Coming in at 0.1 or 1.0. No. 0.1. I'm losing my mind. Hold on. Give it a little squonk. God, juice is fantastic. Oh, nice, plentiful, fat, flavorful clouds. Absolutely love it. Put all this away. Okay, so pros and cons for this RDA. We're going to start out with a con. There's not many. There really isn't many cons on this RDA. And I thought, but the one that I will mention is if you cut the legs too short, so operator error, if you cut the legs too short and it sits right on the deck, you're going to get spit back. You're going to get spit back. I mean, I did. And I was like, holy crap. If you leave the legs I would cut them at about 5.5. Honestly, mine are at 5. I would cut them a little longer. Then take your coils and push them together so that it, like I said, it kind of becomes one. That's how it works really, really good for me. It wicks really, really good, even with a little bit longer wick. And you saw how much wick I put in there. It wicks really, really well regardless. So cut it about 5.5. But if you don't wick it, or if you cut the coils too short, you're going to get a little bit of spit back. So that has to be a negative for it, a small negative. But again, it's operator error. Pros for this RDA, doesn't leak. 6mm juice well. Air holes are up top, they're small. It doesn't leak at all. I got 0 leaking from this RDA, nor would I expect it to get any leaking with it. I dripped it while I had it in squonk mode, still got no leaking from it at all. I did get a little bit more spit back when I was dripping it, but I drip pretty heavy. And that's probably more my fault than anything. Flavor. So, flavor with this RDA with that chamber reducer on it is excellent. Is it the best flavor I've gotten off an RDA this year? No. Is it right up there with a lot of them? Absolutely. Absolutely. It is a very, very good flavor, 25mm RDA. The look, it's beautiful. Nice and clean. Got that nice CNC with the name of the RDA on there. Top of it's got little bevels in it up top here. Very, very cool. That short little Delrin drip tip on there complements it well. And the beauty ring that they give you. Beauty ring. This is also a plus, that they give you a really, really nice beauty ring with the RDA. And with that, if that's the way you like the look that you want to have, that layered, stepped look, it looks really nice with it on there. So the look on it is definitely a positive and really looks nice. Ultim insert. Ultim insert's super. Absolutely super. Without it, it does not really vape that well. With that Ultim insert, it vapes fantastic. Really does come through with that Ultim insert, and a huge positive. Airflow. I love honeycomb airflow. You guys know that. 24 air holes on either side. I ran it wide open the entire time, and it was never too much air. It never was too much air. It actually worked out perfectly wide open with that restriction of the Ultim air piece in there, kind of restricting it down a little bit. Run it wide open with that Ultim in there. The airflow is buttery smooth. Listen. I mean, it's a silent. It's like a silencer. Very, very little sound, very smooth, great airflow. You don't feel like you're pulling too hard or too light. It actually feels just right. For a 25 millimeter RDA, it feels just right to me. And I already mentioned, but I'll mention again, the extras. The beauty ring with it is a huge positive. If I was to rate this RDA on a scale of poor, meaning it will hurt you, all the way to excellent, you can't do without it, this is a great RDA. Absolutely. One thing about it, it is more expensive than some of the other RDAs we've looked at this year. This is $50. $50. $49.99 out the door at Vaperz Cloud. Is it worth $50? Absolutely, it's worth $50. I can say that without even thinking twice. The machining on it, the way that it's built, Vaperz Cloud is a very, very good company, guys. I'm a big fan of Vaperz Cloud, and I think that their products are fantastic. I think they're a very reasonable price. It's worth $50. Absolutely. This is going to be an RDA that you keep and use for a while. Really is. And it complements a lot. With the look of it, it's going to complement a lot of different mods with the two different options, 25 or 30 or 28 mil with the beauty ring. It's going to allow you to put it on a bunch of different mods. So it's certainly one that you drop maybe an extra $10, $15 for, and you're really going to get the quality that you're looking for. All right, guys. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I really appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe. Join the Blackcat fam. It's fantastic. You get to hear songs like you heard in the beginning of the show all the time. I do it all the time. Man, I'm a great singer and dancer, as a matter of fact. Thanks so much for watching. You can leave your comments below if you have any questions. I'll do my best to try to answer them. Love you guys. We will see you guys very soon on the Vape at 5. It's 5 o'clock every day but Thursday. 4 days a week, 5 o'clock. Can't beat it. 5 o'clock Eastern time, the only time. Come join us, be a part of the Blackcat fam, and I will see you soon. Cut! What's up? How's everybody doing? Good to see everybody, man. Thanks, everybody, for joining. Hope you enjoyed the review. If you haven't got it, one of these RDAs, man, it's pretty nice. Pretty nice. It's really nice. I like it a lot. And I highly, highly recommend it. I've got legs for days, says Jane. Yes, you do. Jane has nice legs. If you're in the Patreon, you've seen her legs. They're very nice. Show us the dance. I'm a fantastic dancer. I told you that story. That we had to put down, like, the old company I worked for, we had this big, like, company appreciation. It was all the people that worked there. It was like 2,000 people. And they went through, and you had to put down your special talent on this card. And I put my special talent was dancing as a joke. And they pulled my card, and they're like, Scott Gibson, will you come up here? Your special talent is dancing? I was like, oh, fuck. I fucking left. I was drunk. I was like, I'm fucking leaving. Fuck this. I didn't go. I should have went up front. It'd have been funny.